Here.
There we go. Hi, friends.
Hi, friends. So we think we're live, so we're just going to talk like we are live. We're just about to appreciate how nice our mugs looked next to each other. Look at that red lining with like the white outer and then a pattern. Very cool. Totally unplanned.
I know. Why does technology not want? Just doesn't want to play nice with us today?
I don't understand.
I do
Okay.
see the red live thing up in the corner that tells me we are officially live. Maybe not with an intro song today, but we're here.
And if you're seeing us, welcome. We're so happy to see you too. And Kristen, speaking about happy, thank you so much for doing a porch drop. Those apples are amazing.
Thank you. You're very welcome. It was my pleasure. I had good intentions of doing that towards the end of last week after we talked about the apples on the show, and yesterday was just the day.
That's what's cool about apples is they don't immediately go bad, right? So you can stretch it out like that. And I'm so excited to try to make a pie with them.
Yeah, are they not like so amazingly big?
They are, and they're so beautiful and interestingly different. Like they're all set on the cutting board right now, and
Are they?
like some are red, some have like little striations of green, some more gold. It's beautiful.
They're
I,
all Portland's, and I hope you enjoy them tremendously.
I asked Jason if he would paint them. I'm like, look at how
Ooh,
beautiful this looks on the counter.
okay, Jason, we're going to be watching for that on Jason Prigge Art on Facebook. You better show us how it goes.
It'd be amazing if I could get him to sit in the background and paint while we were doing the show.
That would be awesome.
It would be, yeah.
Does he normally paint fruit?
No,
Has he painted fruit?
he has painted fruit. I have some hanging in the kitchen, which I love, but it's not his, go-to. Like if he had his choice, he would paint like a truck or a car, some kind of old cool vehicle first and foremost, or like a scene that you wouldn't, if you saw it in real life, you wouldn't think, oh, that's beautiful, I should paint it. But if he paints it, you're like, oh my God, that alley looks so cool, right? In the painting.
Yeah, has a knack for like finding those weird things that maybe don't look nice, but then he just makes them into stunning art, right?
Right, right. Almost like celebrating the unobserved.
Yeah. I noticed yesterday, I don't know when he actually painted it, but he was painting a food truck and
Yeah.
like just had, the setup, what it looked like, and he shared some commentary. So if
Yeah,
you
and that's exactly what I'm talking about, right? Like, it was just a food truck. It's not something you necessarily think would be featured in art,
yeah,
but it
anything
turned out
can
very
be
cool.
art.
Speaking of art, I am blown away that there was an art heist at the Louvre Museum in, like, broad daylight. I don't understand how any of this happened.
I feel like this is the middle of either an Ocean's movie or a Dan Brown book.
Right.
Because these things don't like if we want to talk about the most secure like places in the world, at least what I assume to be the most secure, that would be it.
And I wouldn't think that it would be possible to even, I don't know, almost consider.
In the middle of the day.
I saw somebody post, well, that's because the French are so civilized. They didn't do it at dawn. They made sure it was after coffee. It was like mid-morning.
I don't know, it's very interesting to me. It also makes me think of what are the Nicolas Cage museums where the Constitution gets stolen?
Oh, I
It's
know what
not
you're talking
the
about.
museum, it
Uh,
is
is treasure in the title? No, what is it?
National Treasure, that's
That's
it.
it.
Thank
Okay.
you. Yeah,
Oh,
National Treasure. So like, I'm curious. I want to know all the deets. I doubt that they will share the deets, but it's very interesting.
I've been reading various articles about it because at first I thought it was some sort of like fake news or clickbait, right? I'm like, what? No way was there a heist at the Louvre. And then like all these other sources verified it and validated it. And the
Yes.
fact that it took them like a total of 8 minutes. So they were like got the jewels, which were like crown jewels of France, got out, escaped on scooters. It almost sounds like a Scooby-Doo scene too, right? Like the article calls them the gang. The gang got in, they escaped on scooters, and then getting away, they dropped one of the crowns that they had taken. So it's like, I don't know. What do you think?
I don't. I also thought it was totally fake. So if you haven't seen this or you didn't think it was real and you just moved past it, jewelry, like royal jewelry was stolen from the Louvre. I can't wrap my mind around it.
And like they apparently took a work truck with a mechanical ladder and backed that up and went up the ladder, used some kind of tool to cut the glass of that second story, went in. They had yellow workman's vests on. So I guess people didn't pay any attention to them.
Yeah, they posed as like maintenance guys, right?
Walked up with power tools to the display. Like, how did that not raise any concern? I'm not sure.
No, I like how do the displays there, are they not like bulletproof glass? Like nothing can cut, like I just have so many questions. I have so many questions and this many answers.
I know. I mean, I wonder, like, are we gonna find out that it's all a ruse? Is it, like, raising awareness for something at some point? I don't know.
Yeah, I want to know all the deets, but like I don't think we're going to get them because why would they tell the greater public how they got broken into? They probably feel like idiots right now.
Right.
They being, the leadership or the security team or whoever it is, right?
Well, and I think what's sad is in the article, some of the articles said they didn't steal art. Like, they didn't steal a painting, which would be much harder to fence or, like, move along, right, and cash in on. They stole jewels. And so the sad thing is, they said most likely those jewels will be broken down into their components and, like,
Mm,
remelted, or, the stones might be recut so that it doesn't tie back to those
it doesn't,
jewels.
it's not recognizable. Yeah, I did see like a list with pictures of all the pieces that were stolen. I'm sure they're trying to like put them out in the buy and sell market, but then there's like the good market and then there's like the black market of jewels. And so I'm sure, yeah, to your point, they might
Yeah.
just be gone forever.
Right, they might not be recoverable if they're already being broken apart. But to that point, if you see something fishy on Facebook Marketplace, don't go for it.
I feel like that would get flagged.
I think so too. Okay, wait. So speaking of art, Kristen, tell me about this cool family experience.
Okay, so we kind of did a staycation, I'll say, last weekend a little bit. We just said we're staying home, we're doing family stuff. And we did this paint your family member activity, which this is kind of a spinoff of like a date night activity for couples where they paint each other. And as you can see, we should maybe not consider going into the arts.
So how did it work? Did each of you choose? You know what I mean? Like, because it looks like there's a painting of each one of you there.
We threw our names in a bowl and then each of us picked. And the only rule was you couldn't have your own name. You couldn't do a self portrait. You had to have another family member. So we all sat down and like, kept them private and painted them. And then once everybody was done, then we kind of did a reveal.
Oh, how fun. Okay, so let's talk about the reveal. It looks like you're obviously holding Doug, right? He's the only
Yes,
bearded member of your family.
that's correct.
Okay, and then I think Josie is holding you.
Yes.
Okay. So then so then okay,
No,
who's Doug holding?
Doug did Grace.
Doug did Grace.
So you
Okay.
can see Grace has a little braid in the back.
I see it
So
now.
yeah, Doug did Grace.
And then who's Grace holding?
Grace is holding Nora,
Grace is
which
holding
I think
Nora.
she did a good job. Grace is probably the artist in the family. And then Nora did Josie, which you kind of can't see Josie's ponytail in this picture, but
Got it.
so the joke is now that I'm the troll of the family.
Cool. So what's going to happen with the art? Will it be on display?
I don't know what they might just go right in the garbage. We'll see.
What a fun activity. What kind of paint? Is that acrylic paint?
Yeah, we just did acrylics on, not fancy canvases, and it was really fun.
That's cute. That's sweet.
Yeah.
I think, if you can save the one of yourself, you'll be so happy to have it in years to come.
Do you think so?
I do. There's you know, a painting that Teak made of Jason a long time ago, right? And so saying it's a painting of Jason is, I'm using those terms all very loosely, but it's such a precious snapshot in time.
Yes, that is very cute. Yeah, there's been an ongoing joke all week that I'm like, the sock puppet that like talks, like I'm a troll, um, all kinds of things. So
I wish I had a picture of a troll to put up.
I know we had a good amount of laughs doing it. There was a lot of discussion about like, let me see your eyes, let me look in your eyes, or let me look at your lips, or we only had one skin tone color. So we're like, okay, everybody in the family is the same skin tone, which is not how we are. Grace tends to be more pale than the rest of us, but it's what we had. And, like some did backgrounds and some didn't, and some added flowers, and they're just, they're all different and unique.
Yeah, right, right. I love the flowers in the painting that Nora's holding. And
Yeah.
then you've got a really cool, exciting background happening in the painting of you.
Yes. Yeah. I am like with palm trees, but I also look like maybe I'm tucked into bed. Um, but I am wearing a choker with a large gem on.
Are you
So
wearing that?
no,
Oh, that's a cool piece of jewelry. It looks pretty cool.
I'm trying to think if I've ever worn a choker. Have you ever worn a choker?
I have.
Like recently or
No,
like in
no,
your
it's been a while.
high school years?
Oh, yeah, in my high school years, in my young adult years too, like late 20s, early 30s from
Yeah,
time to time.
there we go.
Yeah. So what else did you do for your staycation?
Well, we made the majority of our meals at home, which was just kind of fun. Like we made homemade pizza dough on Saturday night and made pizzas. I'm trying to think. Nora did have a soccer game on Saturday, so we went to her soccer game, which again, it was like 75 and sunny. It was so
Beautiful.
beautiful out. Um, Sunday, the girls are like movie marathon. So we introduced them to Edward Scissorhands and we watched Goosebumps with Jack Black.
Oh, I love Jack Black. Go back to Edward Scissorhands.
Yes.
Did that stand up? Like, I haven't seen it since I've been an adult. It's been, decades, I think, since I watched that. How
I
did that
mean,
movie?
the girls all liked it. Um, you know, I kind of was like, what was the point of that? Because he like it's kind of for a while a storyline of acceptance and helping someone fit in, right? And has a good tone, and then they're like, yeah, it's not working out. You got to go back up the mountain. I'm sorry.
Is that how it ends?
Yeah. So that kind of just didn't feel. I was like, really? Is that how it ends?
Well, have you noticed that storytelling is very different in this day and age than it was like back in the 80s, 90s? So, like, I can remember introducing Teak to Goonies, which I loved growing up.
Yeah.
But like Goonies, there's all of this setup. It's like this slow lead in before you get to any action. And I
Yeah.
can remember him thinking, "What? You like this movie? It's so boring." And then I was like, "Wait, look, how come? How come it wouldn't resonate with him the way it resonated with me?" And then I paid attention to some of the modern movies, and like they'll start out with a big car chase or
Yes.
something epic happening and then unwind and introduce you to the characters. So it's like a completely different approach to storytelling.
Right. I think even Edward Scissorhands still has like the credits in the beginning. Like we don't if you think about it now when movies start, you don't even have credits when it rolls out. It lists all the names and there's little bits of scene and but we all enjoyed it. Like it was still fun. And some of the girls had seen the Goosebumps before, but Doug and I had not seen it, and that was just kind of fun. We were trying to find not so scary Halloween movies. We're not like horror fam; it's just not our thing. So these were like low level.
Oh, nice.
Halloween.
Yeah.
So
Oh, so thematically chosen then too. I like that.
yes, and then we watched the Packer game, which was
Oh,
kind of slightly horrific all by itself.
what? What? I mean, I'm so happy that it ended up the way it did, but holy smokes.
Doug said, "My heart can't take this. Like these are hard games to watch." And yeah, it was just I was kind of having an out of body experience I felt during the game because we went to the season opener, which was against the Lions, and they were like legit look like a Super Bowl team. And the week after that, they looked amazing. And I was like, I don't even feel like this is the same team. Like, has somebody swapped our team out? Like, is this a joke? What are all these penalties? Like, it was so crazy.
Well, I think, one thing that's really special about this past game, right, is the kicker that they picked up to fill in for McManus, Haversick.
Yes.
He wasn't having success with an NFL career. No teams had picked him up. He wasn't playing. He was about to apply to become a substitute teacher when he got the call from the Packers, right?
Yes.
So can you imagine, like, you've already given up on that dream now. You're going to go and be a teacher, and all of a sudden you get this call from the Packers franchise. So then he steps in. The game on Sunday, that field goal he kicked, 61 yards, is a franchise record,
Yep.
right? Like, to go from one extreme to the complete, I just love that story.
I do too. I think it's just proof that any moment, your life can change for the good. I'm going to say for the good. It could change for the bad too. But like, I want to believe that, like, yeah, look at what an incredible, like, change of events that is for him. And like, at this point, he's going to go down in franchise history.
Yeah. Yeah.
And, so just what, like, I don't want to say it's a fluke because I don't believe like things are fluky, but, yeah, I just think what a cool Sunday for him. What a validating Sunday. Like, you're right where you were meant to be at that moment in time.
Yeah. And such a beautiful inspiration for
Yeah.
all of us, right? Like, it's just proof that today is not the end of your story. Whatever kind of day you're having, keep going, keep striving, because you never know when that call from the Packers might come, right? Like,
That's right. That's right. Yeah. I mean, just opportunities are there. And, if you walk through the door, incredible things can happen.
and I think the other takeaway from the game is believe in yourself, right? If you have confidence in what you can do, stand up for it. Because there was that moment in the fourth quarter where Packers offense, got to fourth down. Matt LaFleur sent in the kicker. Jordan Love goes off, and you kind of see him kibitz a little, like, I got this. Like, we got, you know what I mean? I don't know what that conversation was,
Yeah.
but I imagine it was like, this is what we're going to do. We're going to try it, which was risky, but it turns out to be really the game winning move, right? Because he threw
Yes.
that pass to Tucker Kraft, and it changed the whole tenor of the game going forward.
Yeah, and I mean, I think not only that, but like the defense was on the field for a lot of the game. Michael Parsons, without his 3 sacks, the game doesn't end the way that it ends. So, yeah, I mean, thankful for the W, but like, phew,
But it's interesting. So many takeaways. And you know what? I never would have expected we'd be discussing sports
here we are.
on
It's
Coffee with Kristen and Tina.
Coffee with Kristen and Tina sports version.
Yeah. The positive lessons in life we can take away from sports.
Yeah. So, hopefully we'll have a little bit better story to tell about the Packer game this Sunday.
So is this Sunday the Steelers?
I haven't looked yet.
I,
Tina, I'm just right here on Wednesday morning. I haven't gotten there yet. I'm so sorry.
I just heard a whiff that one of these upcoming games, and I thought maybe it was this Sunday, they would be going up against Aaron Rodgers. And so I was wondering for Jordan Love mentally, what kind of mountain that would be.
Yeah, I mean, I hope it's not a mountain for him. If I'm Jordan Love, I'm like, I'm way younger than you, and you taught me everything you know. So I will dominate you.
Love it. Love it.
What do you think? Do you think it's a mountain?
I'm not sure. I don't have like the rigorous training or, competitive mindset that those guys do. So
You
I
don't?
hope so I hope it's not a mountain.
Listen, I saw you walking with a cane in a video this morning, and that tells me you're doing your own version of rigorous training right now.
Thank you. Thank you. Actually, being able to take those steps with a cane was a huge mountain that I've been trying to go up. Having the confidence to do it and building up the strength to do it. It was a big roadblock that I was trying to overcome.
Yeah, I mean, it has to feel different. Like you don't have anything to lean on or depend on. Wait, I shouldn't say you do, but it's different, right?
It's totally different. So after I walked at therapy, I turned and I looked at my therapist and I started crying. I said, "Oh my God, this is the most normal I
Yeah.
have felt in months." So, okay, we're talking about games, we're talking about challenges. Tell us about Settlers of Catan.
Have you ever played this before?
I played it once,
Just once?
just once.
Did you hate it and that's why you've never played again?
No, my brother owns it and he lives far away.
Okay.
Now it did take forever to go through the rules. Like I was like, "What? This game better be worth it." I
Yes.
I thought it was enjoyable.
So years ago, I played this game. My first husband and I played this game all the time. Oh, especially with friends. So I have a much bigger version of this that we could play like up to 8 players at a time. It was a lot of fun. But we haven't busted it out in a long time. And the little girls had never played it. And so Friday night, Grace was at a haunted house with friends. And so I was like, we're getting this out. And yeah, we kind of took the first game just as a learning game. There's a robber in the game that like shuts down resources, and we didn't play with him the first game because we didn't want to kind of overcomplicate it. And then the second game got to be quite long. I think everybody got a little bit better at their strategy, and it was just going on and on and on. And finally, we're like, okay, after everybody gets his turn, we're quitting, and whoever has the most points wins. So Doug won the second game, but yeah, basically you build cities and settlements. Those like all different colored hexagons produce resources, and you have to have resources to build your.
Uh-oh. Kristen, are you still there?
Oh,
Oh, we
I'm
froze.
here. I'm
Okay,
here.
we lost you at build resources.
Okay. So yeah, you have to produce. You roll dice. You produce resources. You use those resources to build cities and settlements and all the things. And it's a good strategy. It's fun. Um, it's a little bit more of a thinking game and less of like I would say a fun game. But we had a blast playing it. It was fun to introduce them to something different.
Yeah, and what's interesting too about it is because it's like resources and how it can benefit, right? Like you're kind of learning about the world
Yes.
in a
Well,
fun way.
and you can trade resources with other players, and it really depends on where your pieces are set up in terms of like what resources you get. And the first game, like in the beginning, some of us had like a whole bunch of some kind of resources, and then towards the end it like switched where we had none of that resource. And so just like it's incredible how different it changes. The one thing I love about this game is you can reset the hexagons to be different every time, which changes the game. And the numbers that go on those resources you can move around. So like the resources that you produce with the dice roll change. So the game is different every time you play it.
Oh,
And I enjoy that. There are some games where, you kind of just get sick of the repetition or it's just always the same. Or like with trivia games, or like the questions are always the same. So once you play it a couple of times, you kind of just know all the answers. And in this game, you never really know the answers because it's always a little bit different.
oh, so there's definite chance involved.
Yes.
I think the first, I played it only once and there was no robber. So I'm sure that my brother made that same call that you did. Like, we just won't overcomplicate it.
Yeah. There's like an expansion called the Seafarers of Catan. So there's like more water and islands you can have islands and you can build like boat roads or bridges basically. And in that version, there's a pirate also. And like it gets to just be so much that like it's too much to keep track of.
I like how when you guys are done playing, when you're ready to stop, you're just like, everyone dies of dysentery on this next roll.
We all died. The end. We all lived on happily ever after. How about that?
Yeah, you all live to play another game.
That's right. That's right.
Cool. Hey, so part of my therapy and recovery, I've been going swimming. And so I've done a lot of work in the therapy pool. And now Jason and I have graduated to the lap pool. We've started swimming laps, right? Just to build every possible muscle back. And there's a sign in the pool that said 71 lengths equals a mile. So we started counting. And like one week, I told you we did a quarter mile, then we did
Yeah.
a half mile. Last weekend, we did 3/4 of a mile. But I was telling a friend about this, and she's like, "Wait, Tina, is it lengths or laps?" I'm like, what? what's the difference between a length and a lap? She's like, well, a length is going to the end. A lap is going to the end and coming back. I was like, oh, what? And then I was like, oh no, I don't know if it's lengths or laps. I think the sign said lengths,
Wait, you texted it to me. Let me look.
but if it was laps, then I haven't gone a half mile or 3/4 of a mile. But I'm happy to say I went to the pool and I took a picture and I confirmed it is lengths.
It is lengths. You are doing it. That's amazing.
But isn't that funny how just that one little turn of phrase can
Yes.
totally, I shouldn't let whether it's lengths or laps even affect how I feel about my accomplishment,
Right.
right?
Right.
Regardless, if it was a 1/4 mile, half mile, it was still great.
Yes.
But I was feeling really bummed thinking it was laps, but lengths.
You know what? I'm going to tell you a little bit of story this week just because this is kind of in the same vein as this. So on today's Wednesday, on Monday at the CrossFit gym, we had max outs for deadlift. So what that means is you kind of like test your physical capability to see, have I gotten stronger? Can I lift more? And you kind of push the limits. And then after that moment, then your training is based on that new number. And so Monday I went into it, I wouldn't say that I've been like wildly training, but we've just been consistent enough, right? And I'm like, I'm going to go for it today. Whatever happens is what happens. And my old PR was 280 pounds. PR meaning personal record. And so I did 285. And I looked at Doug and I was like, that was a 5-pound PR. Holy cow. And he was like, that looked easy. So we put 10 more pounds on and I got 295.
Kristin,
And
you
then I was
did.
like, do I go for it? Like, do I go for 300? Like, this is the number. When I hit 280, I was like, I can see 300. It's like, it's in my line of sight. And so I go for it and I got it like 9 inches off the ground and I just could not get it up. Like Doug has a video of this and I'm like, my legs are trembling.
But think about if you had been fresh. You had already done like 285 and 290, right?
Yes. Yeah, because you just don't know, right? So like, in order to lift that, you have to warm up also. So you have to do lifts before that to get up to that amount. And so all day on Monday, I was like kicking myself. Should I have rested longer? Should I have, used a different strategy with what I lifted? Like if I had taken my time, would I have been able to get it? And Doug got home from work and I was like, I need you to talk me off the ledge about this because I'm losing sight of the fact that like I just got a 15-pound personal record.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it was like not even on the radar. It was just only because of this like number thing, kind of like what you were talking about in the pool. Like
Right.
all of a sudden there's like this disqualifier. Now I'm writing off everything I've accomplished. And Doug was like, and I didn't know that he had a video, but he showed me the video. He's like, look at how your legs are shaking. Like, look how hard you're working to try to get that up. And he said, I'm not going to say that you couldn't have gotten it, but like you did amazing on Monday. You're super strong and you're going to get 300 next time. Like just keep training because you'll get it the next time. So it's so hard to like, your mind can go so quickly down that negative attitude or that.
Yeah. And can we just celebrate the fact that you added 15 pounds to your, that's not easy to do, right? And you were like, you blew through it. You did it. And you're like, I'm going for more rather than just standing there and accepting that victory. So,
Right.
wow, you're amazing, Kristin.
Thank you. I think you're amazing also. So the message of the day is look at everything you've accomplished, right? Celebrate what you've accomplished and kind of don't get stuck in that like, well, shit, was it lengths or laps? Or like, oh, I didn't get that 5 more pounds. Like, man, come on. Let's talk about what we are doing. That is so incredible, right?
I have a video clip that's saved of you lifting. Can we just play this just so we know what you're talking about? Because now you're beyond.
Is this
Go!
You are amazing. You are amazing. How much weight was that? Do you remember?
that was 280. So I did 295.
Kristin.
Yeah, thank you.
And tell us, what are you thinking about? Like, I can see you mentally preparing before you dip down to do the lift.
Um, so really like making your whole body tight, right? Like that deadlifting is very taxing on your whole body. I actually thought about you deadlifting this morning on my way home because I was thinking about like it works your glutes and your hamstrings and like your lower back so much. Um, so, you literally have to make everything tight from like your shoulder blades, like all the way down the back of your body. Everything has to be tight in order to do that. So breathing is very important because you get into that breath and then you hold it to do the lift, right? So there's just like a setup. And, those are some of the things I questioned after I missed 300 the other day. And it's just like, man, give yourself
Oh,
a break.
yeah, yeah, definitely give yourself a break. Do you think it's possible you rushed the setup or didn't take that whole time?
I mean, it is possible, but like, I also know that, like, okay, I went from 280 to 295. And if I just keep training, I'm going to get it. I will get that now. I'm going to get, we call it 3 bills. Like, I'm going to get that next time.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait to hear about that so we can celebrate that with you. But I don't want to overlook the fact that you hit 295, which is so amazing.
Right. Thank
Like
you.
that is your franchise record.
That's my own franchise record. Just like your franchise record this week was walking with a cane and getting all those amazing likes in the pool.
And it's interesting how you described getting your body prepared to do the hard thing.
Yeah.
That's one of the things I've really learned with therapy, right? There's so much core engagement and quad engagement. And I've never thought so much about the individual muscles in my body and what they
Mhm.
need to do and how they need to cooperate to make that stuff happen. But yeah, if you just try to do something hard, like I couldn't have walked with the cane if I wasn't engaging all of those things. And I
Yeah.
feel like, man, I've neglected my core for far too many years. I wish I had understood, the value of engaging your core and what a difference it makes.
I mean, I sometimes think about if I had known how critical core strength was when I was like in my late teens and 20s, if I could go back, I would work way harder. And when I say core, that's not just like your abs, but it is like your abs, everything in your abdomen and pelvis, like your butt cheeks, your glutes. Like you are literally taking your entire body and going,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And so yeah, but again, I am where I am and you are where you are and you just have to you can do a smidge every day to make yourself a little bit better.
That's it. We're going to smidge our way. You're going to smidge your way to 300. I'm going to smidge my way to walking with a cane. And yeah, we got this.
We are going to get it. We're going to tackle the day. So
Awesome. I love that this was a great conversation and that we have positive takeaways.
that's right. I mean, there's gratitude to be found in every day. So that's what we have to do. And like right now, I'm looking outside and I have sunshine peeking through. When I got up this morning, we went to the gym this morning. It was rainy and cold and windy, and it felt like a Halloween morning. Like it was gross.
I like that it didn't discourage you, though, that you didn't just say, I'm going back under the covers.
Oh, and man, the dark in the morning is tough. It's a tough mental battle just to get out of bed. But now it's sunny. It's still cold out, but it's at least sunny. We've got a little ray of sunshine here. So
Yeah, gratitude for that. And you mentioned gratitude. I just wanted to quickly say how grateful I am to the people that coach us to achieve what we
mm,
achieve, right? Like the deadlifting you're doing, you're not just figuring that out on your own. You've got somebody helping and guiding you. I didn't figure out how to walk with a cane by myself, right? Like I have a physical therapist who's taking me through all those paces and helping me achieve that. So just gratitude to all of those supports in our life.
yeah, and I think that brings up a good point. Like your therapist, you're not like one day not doing it and then the next day doing it. There's like all these baby steps in between. They have you strengthening and practicing movements and doing all these things to get to that point. And lifting at the gym is very much the same thing, right? Like I'm not just deadlifting, I'm doing all kinds of things. And Doug and I walk or we ride bikes or we go to yoga and we do all these things like just to consistently move the needle a little bit. And yeah, we can't do it without coaches. Like there's reason that those people are professionals, right?
Right.
And they're so knowledgeable and so skillful. And then I would also say, like, you and I both are very lucky because we have these awesome guys that are our total cheerleaders, right? That even when we're like, I don't think we can do it, or man, that I've thought about all day and I've been kicking my crap, like they're the ones that be like, no, you don't, you're not going to do that. You're awesome, keep doing it.
Yeah.
Um, so we're lucky that way also.
Yeah, having a cheerleader in your life like that. After after I walked at therapy yesterday, Jason, we came home and he like cleared off the counter. He's like, "Okay, on the days you don't have therapy, this is where we're going to practice. We're going to keep this momentum going." I'm like, "Yes, yes." You just need like that buy-in, right? That extra
Yes.
encouragement.
Yep. Yeah, because it's hard work. Like what you're doing is so hard because you're not just building muscle, but you're like reteaching your body how to move. And it's nice to have that support. It makes it much easier at home if somebody's willing to do it with you, right?
Yeah. And if they're okay to, be with sweaty, sweaty, sweaty me. I cannot believe how sweaty I was doing that.
Yeah, that's right. There's a reason it's called like sweat equity, right?
Right. Right.
So if you don't have a wing person, if you don't have an awesome husband like Tina and I do, grab a friend, grab a coworker, and just go do something incredible today.
Yeah. Yeah, do it. Push yourself to achieve more. And just a smidge, right? Just a smidge. And that's still a smidge more than you had.
Smidges add up.
By the way, Barb commented, it is the Steelers this weekend. Go Pack
Oops.
Go.
Aaron Rodgers going down.
Thank you so much for watching this episode of Coffee with Kristin and Tina. This is Kristin Odell. I'm Tina Prigge. Stay cool, everyone. We'll see you next time.
Bye, guys.